Welcome to the webinar. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Guys, we want to welcome all of you as guests who are joining us this evening via Facebook Live, via the Zoom broadcast, the Zoom webinar. We just want to thank you for tuning in. And here's what we're going to promise you tonight. We're going to promise you that we're going to unplug the hype machine. We're going to have a candid business conversation tonight. We're going to go through some slides, share some detailed information with you. Hey, hello from China. Great. We even have folks from China dialing in tonight. Welcome, welcome. We're going to share the facts with you about why our company's breaking records and why we're having the type of success that we're having. And I promise you, whether this is the right business or not for you, I think you're going to fall in love with our product. I think you're going to agree that we have the most dynamic product that has ever hit this industry. And when you see where we're going in the next few months, because right now we're just on phase one, when you see where we're going tonight, the vision of where we're going, you're going to understand why this is so profound. And I believe you're also going to agree that this is the most dynamic market timing that we've ever seen in this industry as well. Because here's the facts, folks. You can have the best product in the world, but if you don't show up to the market at the right time, it doesn't matter. You can have the best of the best of the best product. You could have the best weight loss product, the best skincare product, you have the best travel product. It could be the best. It could be life-changing and revolutionary. But if it doesn't show up in the market at the right time, you miss momentum. I've seen companies that had subpar products. Their products couldn't shake a stick at some of the product in the market. You tell me doing a lot of webinars, right? Steak a shit, whatever steak a shit is, right? I love it. They couldn't shake a stick at some of the products that are in the marketplace today. I saw wellness products hit the market, and you could get better quality products at Walmart than some of the early companies in nutrition. But because they showed up at the right time, we saw them have viral growth, exponential growth. Now, what we're going to talk about tonight is a combination of two things. We have the #1 product in this category space, technology that we're going to talk about tonight. And we have, in my opinion, the best timing in the marketplace that we have ever seen. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull up my screen share, and we're going to go into a PowerPoint presentation here tonight. And I'm going to do the first half tonight, and then I'm going to introduce you to one of my best friends who's knocking this thing out of the ballpark, Jeff Giammalva. He's going to close us out tonight. Before we get started tonight, because again, I promised you that we would unplug the hype machine. So here's our income disclosure tonight. Practicality dictates that everyone's results will vary, as we are all unique and different. Basically, it takes hard work to make a substantial income in this business. Some people will make no money at all. The earnings of a world global network partner will be 100% dependent upon their skills, their work effort, commitment, leadership capabilities, and market conditions. Common sense would suggest that in most opportunities, one would find exceptional individuals performing well above average, while others perform under the average. World Global Network does not guarantee any level of income or your success. To see our full income disclosure, please visit our website at worldgn.com. Guys, that being said, let's dive in and talk about the incredible business project that is changing so many people's lives and has the potential to do the same thing for you and your family. Bill Gates says something very powerful. He says that the secret in success in business is in detecting where the world will go and get there first. Timing is absolutely everything in the marketplace. When I got a call this summer from my friend Rodrigo in Mexico, Rodrigo and I were in a previous company together, along with another good friend of ours, Chad and Natita Chong. Rodrigo called me up and said, Jeremy, have you heard what Chad and Natita are doing? And I hadn't. I had been really out of the network marketing industry for about 2 years, and I was focusing on some other streams of income, and I was struggling. My finances were struggling. I was in the hole financially. I was in a ton of debt. In fact, this summer, when I first talked to Chad, I was driving Uber. The reason I was driving Uber is my kid's private school was coming up, and I needed to come up with $2,500 so that I could get them back to school. I hadn't been in that financial situation in a very long time. And so even though I wasn't looking for a home-based business, I was pretty burned out on the industry, I was open to any opportunity that was real that could help me change my situation and really go after something that could be big. You know, the industry had become very congested. I saw a lot of competition in the market in the same space. You know, our wellness products better than your wellness product. Our skincare is better than your skincare. Our travel plan is better than your travel plan. And it was congested. It was like trying to go fast in the middle of rush hour traffic. And so I was pretty burned out on that, on the auto ships and product and inventory and all these things. And I felt like we were having the same conversations over and over, but just with different brands, different companies. And I was looking for something new. I said, if something different, if something hot, if something that meets my criteria shows up, then I'll say yes. But other than that, I'm not going to put a lot of energy into network marketing because I felt like it really had become a saturated industry in many ways. When Chad asked me this question, it opened up my mind to listen. He said, Jeremy, if you knew that by the year 2020, there would be an emerging technology market worth $34 billion in revenue, and if you could have the #1 technology product in that entire revenue space, would you want to know more about it? Ladies and gentlemen, I heard three things. I heard $34 billion in new money in the next 3 years in the technology space. When I heard those three things, I said, absolutely, if you can prove that to me, I want to know more. And that's when Chad went on to show me what was taking place with this company. See, Chad and Anita had launched this company with Natita's mom and dad, Nat and Shanita, in Asia. And they were breaking records in the industry. And when Chad showed me that we want to launch this in North America, the company wants to come to North America, and he showed me that Forbes magazine said that wearable technology would be worth $34 billion by 2020. I said, man, this could be big. I was never one of those guys who would have bought. I never bought a Fitbit. I never bought an Apple Watch. I wasn't that guy. But when I saw what this product did, the first thing I said is, not only do I want this product, but I want every person I love and care about to have this device as well. Then I saw the business potential and the business side of what we had. And that's when I really realized we've got our hands on something big. Fitbit last year, guys, sold 22 million devices last year. 22 million devices, and their product does maybe 25% of what our product does. So we've got our hands on something big. Our CEO, Fabio Galdi, is no stranger to being ahead of trends. In fact, in his teens and into his early 20s, he knew that the internet was coming. He knew the day would come where everyone would have connection to the internet in their homes, and they would have home computers. And in 1994, in his early 20s, he founded what became the 5th largest internet service provider in all of Europe. In 2002, he knew that the day was coming where we would use touchscreen on a daily basis. Guys, in 2002, that was science fiction. Now you can't check out at Walmart. You can't check in at the airport. You can't pull money out of an ATM machine or use your mobile phone without using touchscreen technology. He was ahead of the trend. In 2005, he developed one of the first successful voice over IP platforms. He knew that one day we would be having conversations like this through the internet. Today, Skype, WhatsApp, Facebook Live, webinars like Zoom all use voice over IP, and he was on the front end of that trend. In 2011, he established World Global Network with the vision, with the mission of creating life-changing technology and converging it with free enterprise entrepreneurship. He knew that if we could give people breakthrough products and technology and create a compensation plan that allowed people to be entrepreneurs and work from home and build a business, we could do what has never really been done on a big scale in this network marketing industry. And he had a mission for technology to create a multi-billion dollar a year company and become one of the top 10 and eventually one of the #1 companies in the network marketing space. Guys, we're already ranked in the top 100 companies. I'm going to show you tonight our goal to become in the top 10 in the next 3 years and our plan to get there. Our company is ranked #5 in the top 100 momentum companies. Fabio was ranked top 10 CEO 2 years in a row. The list of accolades go on and on. We are a publicly listed company. The stocks continue to rise. And I'm telling you, we got some great news coming this year that's going to take this whole thing to the next level as well. But January of 2016, we were a penny stock. Today, you can see that our stocks are trading well above $10 a share in a very short period of time. When we talk about becoming a $2 billion a year company by 2020, sometimes I'm even hesitant to share. In fact, I would never let those words come out of my mouth unless I could show you our plan. Because I got to tell you, every company that's ever talked to me, every leader that's ever called me, every person that's ever got me on a three-way call, they always said our company will be the next billion-dollar company. We're going to be the next billion-dollar company. Well, why do they say that? Because what they realize is that that's the holy grail of this industry. Because the companies that make it to the billions are the ones who create thousands and thousands of 6- and 7-figure income earners. The companies that can grow to those levels, those heights, are the companies that actually make an impact in this world and in the economy. Here, let me put it in perspective. Right now, there are only, in the history of network marketing, only 11 companies that have reached and sustained $1 billion a year. Guys, right now there's 5,000 network marketing companies in the world. In the last couple decades, tens of thousands have come and gone, come and gone, come and gone. And only 11 of them have ever made it to $1 billion. But what I'm going to do tonight is not just say we have a goal or a dream of getting there. I'm going to show you the plan and the roadmap. And when you see our strategy, and you're going to understand what has us building this business right now with everything in us. Because the key to riding a wave is to start paddling before the wave shows up. And right now we are so early in this movement. We are in the very first movers advantage of this technology movement. And where we are going as a company, we are pioneering and creating breakthroughs in technology that are making life better for people on a daily basis who are wearing this device. So I'm going to dive in and show you a little bit of that tonight. We're doing business in 195 countries. We're a global company in 195 countries. Again, we just launched North America with this product at the end of September, early October. We have some great relationships in place. Toshiba makes the nano chip in our device. Quality Manufacturers, one of the largest electronics manufacturers in the world. We're in position and have the ability to produce up to 2 million units every single month from our manufacturers. And here's some highlights of what the device does right now. And I'm going to show you what we do now, and I'm going to show you some of the things we're launching in the very near future. But ladies and gentlemen, this device actually allows you to measure your bioparameters on a daily basis, and not just monitor them, but measure them. And actually, you can set your device to run automatically every 15 minutes to 2 hours. And it will measure the biometrics in your body and give you those reports in a real-time basis. This is called the Hilo LX. This is the second version of our device, designed by Antonio DeRosa, who was the concept designer for the iPhone 6 as well as the Apple Watch. He's now one of the executive leaders with our company. So here's just some of the things that the device is capable of doing right now. It's able to monitor your blood pressure trends. It's able to monitor your heart rate. You can actually perform a heart check on the device using electrocardiogram, ECG, EKG technology. Monitors your sleep quality. How many hours of sleep every night? How many hours of deep sleep every night? How many times you woke up during the night? Gives you insight into your sleep patterns. Monitors your breath rate. This is huge for people that maybe have asthma or are trying to learn better breathing habits. Breathing is what increases your energy during the day. You can see your breath rate, emotions, your fatigue or your energy levels. And of course, we do what the other devices do. We monitor your steps, count your steps, and your calories burned. But as you can see here, guys, we're doing some things that no other device in the marketplace is doing. And it's absolutely revolutionary when it comes to your wellness. You're able to monitor and measure these very important bioparameters in your body, and it absolutely can contribute to a better life when it comes to your overall wellness. The next couple of slides are very hot. This is one of the biggest features we have right now, called the Guardian function. The Guardian function actually allows you to monitor your loved ones anywhere in the world. Let's say mom's wearing the device and you want to just check in and see how mom's doing. How well did mom sleep last night? Or, what's mom's energy levels been, today and during the day? And I set my device to run every 2 hours. You do it every 15 minutes. But, what's mom's energy levels at different points of the day? What's mom's blood pressure trends been? Are there times of the day where it's higher or lower? What's her heart rate been? And you're able to have that bird's eye view and check in and see how mom is actually doing and how her overall wellness is. But what I love about the Guardian feature is it actually has a built-in emergency alert system as well. It works with the smartphone through our Bluetooth technology. And if mom is ever in an emergency, let's say that mom's blood pressure goes too high or her heart rate drops too low or whatever it might be, you will get an emergency text message, not just telling you what important factor was off, but actually with the GPS location of where your mom is in that moment. So you can make sure she's okay or call for help if she's not. Powerful feature. This is the reason why people love our family pack promotion, because it actually allows you to just not just save money, but it also allows you to protect your entire family and your loved ones at the same time. We also have a panic button, a panic alert feature. I like this because I have a 17-year-old daughter. If she's ever in an emergency, she double taps the button. Myself, her mama, and her Mimi all get an emergency text message letting us know where she is. Now, again, in the Hilo LX, this is done through the Bluetooth technology that sends the signal to the phone, and then the phone sends the signal, the location signal to the emergency contact list through the app in the Hilo. And it's an incredible feature, the panic alert button. And again, just for peace of mind for your loved ones if they're ever in an emergency. We've also added this incredible mineral. It's called germanium. It's actually a stone. It's number 32 in the periodic table of elements. And there's just some incredible studies that are done on this. You should Google germanium health benefits. It does some amazing things. It just has for example, it helps to increase your blood flow, helps to increase your oxygen levels. And those can have some incredible benefits to your overall wellness in your body. It can help to reduce stress, so many different benefits of those types of things. And so Google germanium health benefits. We include the germanium. You can put them in the inside of your hypoallergenic band. And during the day, you can actually get those benefits. And we've had so many stories from people now in our team, family members, friends, that have seen noticeable improvements in their overall wellness as a result of the germanium stones. And definitely recommend you Google that. It's a great addition to our product. We launched this product in January. It's just an add-on product. But guys, this is real. I didn't know how real this was, but there's a really good TED Talk and some really good articles on cancer.gov about the effects, the proven effects, negative effects that technology is having right now on our bodies, especially with kids, for example, holding their iPads on their laps for an extended period of time, or holding our cell phones, literally right up against our brain, or our Bluetooth right up against our brain. And there's real radioactive electrode smog is the technical term that affects two things in your body. It has a direct effect on your blood cells and a direct effect on the cellular structure of the water in your body. BioZen fit within the vision of our company because we are a technology company that believes in improving people's lives. When this product was brought to us by a team of scientists, it made sense because we knew that this would allow people to have technology and that technology be safer for their family. So it's a very low cost adhesive that can go on the back of any one of your electronic devices, and it will actually block the electrosmog and keep it from going from the device into your body. We were featured on Fox News January 1st of this year. They did a broadcast to kick off the year on the top technology trends that will dominate in 2017. They featured the Hilo as one of those 5 products. By the way, we were the only wearable technology device that was featured on that episode, and we're real proud of that. Obviously, guys, there's no other device in the market that does what ours does. We're well priced. The new device is actually at $319. Many of the devices in the market today are $250 to $350. The newest ones that are on the market as of this month, some of them are over $400, and they don't do they do barely a fraction of what our device does. So you're getting a lot more value for less money. Again, there's truly no other device in the marketplace that compares. Now, guys, the next couple of slides that I'm about to show you are, in my opinion, the reason we all need to be paddling right now. You're on this webinar as a guest. Maybe you're on this webinar and you purchased your Hilo and you wanted to really see how the business side of this works. Maybe you're watching on Facebook Live right now and you just happen to tune in at this moment. I want to share with you right now what I don't know if any other company can do. And that is a real plan that makes business sense to show you how we're going to get to $2 billion in the next 2.5 to 3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to show you is game changing. And it's what keeps me up at night, gets me up out of bed in the morning, and says, go build this business. Because I believe with everything in me that we have an opportunity right now to change the legacy in our families. Now, as I've mentioned before, and we read the income disclosure, this is not a guarantee, but I'm telling you, when market timing is in our favor, and when market timing is in your favor, you have an opportunity. I believe in capitalizing on trends, and we have an opportunity to capitalize a trend. The next 2 slides, I'm going to show you, in my opinion, I don't believe we're going to do $2 billion by 2020. I believe we're going to do $2 billion just in North America by 2020. Only a couple of weeks ago, we launched the first and only wearable technology app store. Let me put this in perspective. Apple took over the cell phone, smartphone space almost overnight because they created a unique value proposition. See, at the time, Nokia and Motorola were number 1 and number 2. 90% of phones owned were those 2 brands. Smartphone just started to take concept. Nokia said, let's create a smartphone and let's develop some of our own apps. Let's develop some apps for the phone. And they did. Apple came in and said, we're not going to develop any apps at all. Not one. Apple said, what we're going to do is we're going to open up an app platform called an API platform where third-party developers, programmers, entrepreneurs, people from all walks of life anywhere in the world that wanted to come up with their own ideas could create apps and bring them to the App Store. We launched a couple of weeks ago the Open API platform, and already over 300 third-party apps are being developed and submitted to our company. Let me just give you an example of this. That's exactly what Apple did. So when people bought the iPhone, they bought the iPhone because of the apps. They bought the iPhone because when you got an iPhone, there were thousands of apps. Today, over 2 million apps have been created for the iPhone, and they allowed all of the brilliant minds around the world to go design their own ideas, and they created a platform for them to exist. Here's some of the apps that we have right now that are being developed and submitted to our company. There's a team of scientists in Chicago who developed an app that ties into our technology that will notify you 2 days before your body gets a symptom of the flu. This is huge. Before your nose starts running, your body starts aching, it notifies you, you or your kids are on the verge of getting sick, which allows you to go into attack mode and beat it possibly before it even comes. Another app being developed that's going to let women know when they're ovulating. Another app that's being developed that's going to monitor your hydration levels, actually notify you when you need to drink more water during the day. That's huge for people who are on a wellness journey. An app to develop your blood oxygen levels. And the list goes on and on. There's even some fun apps being developed. Like one of the apps, for example, is called Emotion City. And Emotion City will actually, you can put in any city in the world. It'll take all of the, thousands of Hilo users in that city, and it will monitor through their algorithm the average mood of that city, because we monitor mood. So you'll know if that city's tired or they're excited. I mean, just a cool, fun app to see what cities are the happiest or the most excited right now, called Emotion City. Another app that uses some of our technology to actually, it's a game, it's gamification, but it's a lie detector app. Again, just a cool creative idea. There's going to be apps for fitness, apps for weight loss, and there's no limit to what's possible as people take our device and figure out different ways to make it work. For the first time ever, people will be able to customize their wearable technology experience. Now, what does that mean for you and I? Two things. Number one, it's a unique value proposition. No other product has it. We do. This is how brilliant Fabio and our company is. They began this product with the vision of an open API platform. Absolutely brilliant. Number one, it's a unique value proposition for all of us to share. Number two, it all goes into the compensation plan. Every time an app is downloaded, every time an in-app purchase is made, all of the revenue, every time there's a new plugin that they choose to add on or whatever it is, any revenue coming from the apps goes into the compensation plan and creates residual income for you and I. This is absolutely powerful because, guys, we've broken records already without the App Store. This App Store is going to be a big part of what takes us to the next level, to that multi-billion-dollar mark. But this next slide that I'm about to show you is another game changer. We made an announcement in early January that one of the apps that's being developed using the technology with our device is a blood sugar monitoring app that will actually allow people to monitor their blood sugar trends during the day without pricking the skin. Folks, this is going to be revolutionary, and this is very dear to the heart of our CEO, Fabio Galdi. Our CEO, Fabio, is a diabetic, type 1 diabetic for well over the last 10 years. But he shared something with me this past week that really helped me understand why this is so important to them and why they've invested the type of resources into making this a reality. His father beat cancer. He beat it. He beat cancer. But he passed away from diabetes. And this is one of the #1 epidemics in the world. Sugar is an epidemic. It's what's causing obesity in our world today. It's what's causing many of the mental illnesses that are very real for people, depression and low energy. And oftentimes, the triggers for that is the high levels of sugar in people's diets. It's unbelievable. 1 out of 5 adults in North America right now are undiagnosed pre-diabetics. Unbelievable statistic. This device will allow people to actually see the trends in their blood sugar level, when their sugar levels are going high, when their sugar levels are going low, and actually be able to do that without pricking the skin. Folks, let me just share a statistic with you right now. And this is where it all hopefully comes together for you. If 1% of just the diabetic population, forget the rest of the health conscious world out there, that's an enormous market, or the weight loss market, the health conscious market. 1% of diabetics says yes to this product. I would love to be able to monitor the trends of my blood sugar without pricking the skin during the day. It's $2 billion in revenue just in North America alone. 1% in North America, $2 billion in revenue. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in 195 countries around the world. And I'm telling you, the reason we are building a network, the reason you want to say yes to this product tonight Because by becoming a customer, you're automatically able to share this and be a part of the business side of what we're doing. There's no cost to starting your business with us tonight. Just become a customer. But you have an opportunity to be a part of a pre-launch movement, because I believe that this feature combined with the App Store is going to take this company to the multi-billions of billions of billions of dollars. And we have a chance to pioneer and lead that wave of momentum. If you have ever asked to be at the right place at the right time, if you've ever asked for that, ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely that moment. What I'm going to do right now is introduce my good friend Jeff and Lisa, Jeff Giamolva. And ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Giamolva came into this team shortly after I launched, and he's going to share a story tonight. But they were one of the fastest people in the company to reach one of the top ranks called president in this company. And they have a team that is now growing all over the world. And guys, I want you to pay real close attention, because Jeff and Lisa have 20 plus years of experience in this industry. They've led companies. Jeff had a solid corporate America background, and he understands how business works, and he understands how this business works. And he's going to share with you how the money in our company actually works. And guys, I'm going to invite right now to the webinar my good friend Jeff Giamolva. Jeff, thanks for being on tonight, and man, share this money with everybody, brother.
I will. Can I get the screen share, please?
Yep. Sorry, there you go, buddy.
Okay. So, Jeremy, thank you so much. Man, you talk about being inspired of what's going on. It's really amazing. Hang on, guy. I can't multitask. You'll know that about me. So I got to do one thing at a time here. All right. So, Jeremy, thank you so much for that introduction. And, I am so excited. Me and Lisa really believe, this is from my heart, everybody. Our 24 years in the industry has brought us to this time and to this place because of what Jeremy Roma just shared with you. There is no doubt in my mind this is going to be the next big thing. Okay, the question is, will you identify it for yourself? And that's really the purpose of these opportunity calls. And I'm going to start off by saying a little bit about my background and a little bit about where I come from. My wife and I have been in the industry of network marketing now. I got to pinch myself, for 24 years. 22 of those years, we've been full-time. We've paid our bills through network marketing for 22 years. And I can tell you, we've lived a rock star lifestyle, and we've also had not so good of years. But you know what? I always say, my worst day here is better than my best day in corporate America. I'm going to say that again. My worst day in multi-level is better than my best day in corporate America. Because here's my background. I didn't go to college, barely made it through high school. At the age of 19, I started working for the largest health and fitness chain in the world. It's called Bally Health Clubs. Maybe some of you guys remember Bally Health Clubs. Long story short, I rose through the ranks, climbing that corporate ladder. And after 9 years of climbing the corporate ladder, I'm now married, have 2 kids, and I get promoted to vice president of sales and marketing for that health club firm. So from the outside looking in, I'm doing good. I'm making a great 6-figure income. 1 year after my promotion, my company went into a corporate downsizing mode, which meant, here was the good news. I got to keep my job. The bad news is my compensation plan was not going to be what it was. So when I told my wife this, she said to me, I want to contribute financially without putting the kids in daycare. And she got involved with our first network marketing company against my wishes because I had a perception. But here's how my perception changed. 2 years later, she retired me. To all the ladies out there, you are the power in the family. And as soon as the men realize that, we'll all be better off. Because 2 years later, she retired me. And this is all we've done now together for 22 years. So that's our story. That's the short story, of course. Now, here's the deal. We were the #1 earners and producers in the world for a company that we spent over 16 total years with. Please listen to this story because it will relate when I do my closing. I was not looking for an opportunity. 7 months ago, I was working out at the gym. 7 months ago, I was working out at the gym and I received a text message from the person you just heard from. Presidential millionaire, now one of the top 100 earners in the industry of network marketing, who was driving an Uber. He is now one of the top 100 earners in the industry. I received a text message from him, and here's what it said. You ready? Hey, bro, hope all is well with you and Lisa. I see you're killing it in your business, but I want to share with you something I'm very excited about. If you would, please check out this 2-minute video. I would love your opinion. That was it. And because of my respect for Jeremy Roma, my wife and I went home and we watched that 2-minute video. And almost instantaneously, we both looked at each other and said, this is different. Nobody was doing what this company was about to do. So after being in the industry for so long, we understood what was out there. And so you know what that 2-minute video did? Hint, hint. It intrigued us. And when Jeremy did his follow-up call, he gave us more information. And the information we started to receive got us more and more excited. But remember, we were building another company. And I've never done what I was about to do. And Jeremy made the suggestion. He said, Jeff, Lisa, I know you love what you saw. And I know your situation. Just start doing what I did with you outside of your existing group. And we did. We started sending out that 2-minute video to other contacts. And the results were the same. People wanted the product. People want to know more about the business. 5 weeks of doing that, we had way more momentum with World than we did our primary company. So here we go. Now we're embarking on a very tough decision. My heart's with World. My money's coming from my other company. So prior to making that final decision, we had a checklist. And it started with, we want to meet the ownership and the leadership of the company. The second thing was, what were their plans for future product? And the third thing was timing and training. And Jeremy Roma in the first half covered all those things. And here's the answer to the test. 4 months ago, we left a company that we spent over 16 total years with, and we're now full-time here. How's that? Okay, now people say, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm telling you right now, this is gonna be the biggest thing we've ever done. And what I'm gonna do now is share with you, I'm gonna share with you exactly what you're gonna need to do if you decide to take this journey with us. Okay, I know there's 2 types of people on this call right now. There's people in the business and there's people looking at the business. And I wanna make sure everybody gets something from these presentations. If you are looking at the business, I promise you, by the time we're done here, this will either make sense to you or it won't. If it does, go with your gut. Make that decision. For the people that are looking at the business, or I should say that are in the business, here's my challenge to all of you. Listen to the information as if you had to relay it. I promise you, I don't care how many presentations you've seen, you will listen differently. There's my challenge. Okay, now, Jeremy already opened up with the income disclosure notice. But here's the deal. This is my favorite slide. I'm going to say it again. This is my favorite slide. Let me tell you why. Guys, listen. This is a legacy company. This is how I look at it. And when you have a company that you can be transferred and also willed to your kids and to your grandkids, you want to make sure you dot every I and cross every T. Do you understand Amway is a company that's been around for over 60 years? They're on their fourth generation of multimillionaires. Last year, they did $13 billion in sales last year. Now, you have to understand why we went out there, we go on the limb to let people know about our income disclosure notice. And I think it's kind of comical, okay, what it really says. You think it would be common sense. But I'm just going to leave it up here for another 5 seconds. I want you to understand that this is something that we're going to protect. We are going to protect the house because this will be the biggest thing to hit the industry. Yeah, we're excited about today, but I'm talking about 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, 10, 15, 20 years of income because we're going to do everything right. Now, let me share with you how this works. And I don't have the latest slide, guys, but let me tell you the story because a lot of you, you're trying to get your arms around it. I get this question all the time. Wait a minute, you keep talking about you're a 6-year-old company, but wait, how are you brand new in the market? Let me tell you the story. The company was founded in 2011, but it was founded in Northern Europe and Northern Africa. And they started the company, listen to this, with voice over IP and a world phone. They didn't start it with Helo. And they did over $300 million in business, in sales with those two products. It was, listen to the time frame now, April of last year, where Mr. Fabio Galdi, the founder and CEO, said, I've noticed that the network marketing world can no longer ignore technology, and I'm going to get there first. He made a decision in April of last year to change direction. And he shared that with this couple, Nat and Shanita. There are global master distributors. And a lot of people say, well, why this couple? 30 years of experience, multi-million dollar earners. That's why. They bought into the vision in April, and they launched in Thailand in June. Then they launched the United States and North America in September. And now we're opening all around the world into 195 countries. Do you understand right now we're building the foundation of our company? You know what the foundation is? The people that have the ability to see it before it happens. Now, let me tell you something. A lot is happening now. So now there's evidence. We now have, I believe the number is now 12 of the top 200 earners come from this little startup company. Success leaves clues. So there's the backstory. Now, what I want to do is share with you the compensation plan, and I want to share with you why we are also excited. So they made some very strategic decisions when they started this company. Now, a lot of you have network marketing experience, so you're going to appreciate this. They understood that not everybody that buys a Helo wants to do network marketing. But they understood they had to be a consumer-driven opportunity. So they made a decision not to have a joining fee. Not to have a joining fee. Because if you get your Helo to Aunt Betty, and Aunt Betty, buys the Helo from you, Aunt Betty is going to get a website, whether she uses it or not. Because the company knows if Aunt Betty has the Helo on her wrist, even though she's not doing network marketing, people are going to ask her about the product. And if she's excited about it, Aunt Betty's going to tell lots of people. And because you can't get it at a retail store, Aunt Betty can give that person her website. And if that person buys it, she's going to get a 10% thank you in the form of a commission. Do you know why I get excited about this? I've never, listen to me everybody, in 24 years had customers introducing other customers who were introducing other customers, and they weren't involved in network marketing. Sit on that one. Now, the reason why? Because there's no risk. There's no joining fee. From a network marketing standpoint, this is me now, and this is maybe you. The reason I'm over here, there's no competition. There's zero congestion in the market. Guys, for 24 years, I lived in the industry of nutritional supplements.